Hello everyone, welcome to the session CPaaS Analytics for the Long Tail. I am Chaturika Sandarenu from hSenid Mobile. I work as a software architect at hSenid Mobile and currently based in Colombo. Before we start the session, let's have a brief look at who we are. hSenid Mobile is heading towards a quarter of a century since founded in 1997. Our story with Telco APIs began with the turn of the millennium when we offered SMS banking solutions to two banks, one in Sri Lanka and one in US. Our journey has evolved ever since to be impactful to the lives of thousands of people who have, through our platforms and telco partners, used Telco APIs to build their livelihoods. hSenid Mobile is mainly an engineering-driven company where around 80% of our workforce are engineers. We have been the silent provider of technology. Our CPaaS, with our telco partners in the forefront, created ecosystems that have innovated and brought localized services needed by the community from the community. Let's have a brief look at what are the products we offer at hSenid Mobile. For enterprises, we have a multi-channel communication platform. It provides a unified experience to manage all customer communications, whether it is traditional communication mechanisms like SMS or email, or whether it is a social media or over-the-top messaging systems. We also provide Cube analytical platform for banks, where advanced data mining and analytical techniques are used to customer segregation and promotions management. With messaging gateway solutions, enterprises can have a single API for all their messaging needs. For telcos, we have our CPaaS offering, which I am going to talk with you today. Then we have our multi-tenant SD-WAN management system. Our SD-WAN management system allows telcos to provide granular level of control for their SD-WAN solutions. And our homegrown Sigtran stack is powering our signaling portfolio. We offer advanced SMSE, USSD gateway and location-based services. Omnichannel self-care platform and our customer care platform is empowering the customer engagement for the operators. In addition to these core product offerings, we provide system integration solutions, virtualizations, private and public cloud integrations as well. Our VNF related solutions are paving the way for the telco 5G expansions. With that brief introductions, let's move into our main topic. Just like how Amazon created the long tail for e-commerce, enabling everyone to sell anything to anyone, hSenid Mobile CPaaS made it possible for anyone to create an app and offer it to anyone. Here, anyone creating an app means even a non-technical person without any technical background was able to create applications using the template-based models available in hSenid CPaaS and offer it to the consumers. A niche product or app would be available to a niche market. So the long tail was brought to app creation, leveraging telco APIs in a very early time, about a decade back. Today, there are many similar platforms offering similar kind of services, but the ecosystems with Ideamart in Sri Lanka and bdApps in Bangladesh speaks for the impact of bringing long tail to CPaaS and telco APIs. When we started the platform 10 years ago, it was mainly innovation driven. It was a new concept and everybody embraced it. But now it is a mature product and there is a lot of attention from all corners of the society. Running this kind of a long tail platform has its own challenges. We have to deal with wide range of content providers, as I have mentioned earlier, some with technical knowledge and some without any technical background. So how to approach these two kind of content providers is different from each other. During our initial years, we were hand-holding the developers. We help them to identify the issues in their applications, and we help them to bring their applications to wider audience. But now, with thousands of applications and thousands of developers, it is not possible to give individual attention and help them individually. Also, in the South Asian region where we mainly operate, content governance is a major challenge. That is mainly because the content delivery mostly happening in local languages. Identifying content governance related issues requires special attention and special technologies. Consumer protection is another major challenge for any CPaaS platform. As technology providers, we have to make sure that we provide a quality service to the consumers, as well as we are not allowing any fraudulent activities to happen over our platforms. With millions of transactions happening daily, identifying which transaction is fraudulent can't be done with traditional approaches. So these are the main challenges that we are currently placing in our long tail platforms. So as I have already discussed, in a platform where there are thousands of developers and millions of subscribers, providing a quality service to everyone is a challenge. It is not possible to manually monitor the system to see what is going on. So that is where this analytics can play a major role. In our CPaaS, we use analytics in 4 main areas. First is the pattern identification. We can use analytics to identify patterns around subscription, unsubscription, content delivery related patterns, application categories and trends, etc. Fraud detection is another major application of analytics. Based on the anomalies around subscriptions and content delivery, we can identify and eliminate many fraudulent activities happening in our platforms. Last but not least, we can use the data uncovered by analytics to improve our interactions with the developers. We can use this data to help them to improve their applications and their subscriber bases. All of these activities will help us to deliver better customer experience and thereby improving the customer satisfaction. Now let's look at how we use some of these key indicators to monitor our platforms. Customer subscription patterns are one of the key matrices we monitor in our platforms. Here, rate of subscription is a key thing. We analyze the rate of subscription at 3 levels: at application level, at application category level, and platform as a whole. Abnormalities in these subscription rates can be due to various risk factors. High subscription rates at application level can be due to a successful marketing campaign, or it can be due to some fraudulent activity as well. On the other hand, if there is a drop in the subscription rate, it can be an indicator of some quality of service issues, or it can be some technical issue in the platform or the application. So therefore, identifying the correct reason for these patterns is a key thing. Another factor we monitor is the subscriber's location. When a subscription happens, we plot it against the location of the subscriber. With this mechanism, we were able to uncover the locality of the users. This data can be used when planning marketing activities as well as when comparing the performances of different applications. We can check things like what are the most popular application categories in a particular area, what is the most popular content delivery language, likewise. These insights can be really helpful for the developers when they want to expand the reach of their applications. In addition to that, some sudden spikes of subscriptions from a particular location can also be due to some fraudulent activity. In few occasions, we were able to uncover such fraudulent activities by monitoring these things. Sometimes developers were going into local markets and tricking the consumers to subscribe into their applications. So we were able to uncover these issues using this analytics module. Subscriber demographics related patterns are another key area that we use analytics. It can be used to identify the age groups, gender, ethnicity of the subscribers, etc. This data can be useful for content providers when they deliver the content, as well as to plan the marketing strategies. Information like what are the application categories popular among different demographics can be useful when devising the future strategies around the platform as a whole. Next major indicator that we use is the subscription channel. In our CPaaS, we have many subscription channels where the consumers can use to subscribe into different applications. SMS, USSD, OTP based subscriptions, subscription via Android or iOS applications, subscription via retailer channels are examples for such channels. Prominent subscription channel changes from application to application as well as from application category to category. For developers, identifying these prominent channels will be a good opportunity for improvement. Also, this popularity of these channels changes from province to province as well. In one area, SMS can be the popular channel. In another area, it can be USSD. Therefore, knowing these insights is really important when doing marketing campaigns. Similar to subscription pattern analysis, unsubscription pattern analysis is also very important. As with the subscription analysis, we are using the unsubscription rate to identify the issues related to applications. Specifically, we correlate these unsubscription rates with following indicators. So, what are the application categories that are having high unsubscription rates? This is a good indicator of how the platform is behaving. During the last decade, we have seen rise and fall of many application categories. When we first introduced the platform, most popular application categories were joke apps and chat apps. But today we can't even imagine that someone would subscribe to a joke application. Chat applications are also declining heavily, mainly due to these over-the-top messagings and social media. By analyzing these subscription and unsubscription patterns, we can identify the future shape of our ecosystem. Unsubscription patterns are also related to the quality of service provided by the applications. If the application is not providing a satisfactory service, consumers will be unsubscribing from that application. This correlation between content delivery and unsubscription patterns can be used to guide the developers to provide a better service to their subscription base. Subscription lifetime is also a key indicator we monitor. This is also done at 3 levels: at application level, application category level, and platform as a whole. Subscriber lifetime means that the time between the subscription and unsubscription. How this value behave against the platform average as well as application category average is an indicator for application's performance and quality of service. Content governance plays a major role in providing a quality content to the consumers. So, there are 2 main aspects of this. First one is identification of duplicate content. We have identified scenarios where developers are delivering the same content using different language styles. Sometimes they are using synonyms, they change the tense of the language, they use simple tense, simple continuous tense, past tense, etc. Another challenge is making sure that the content delivered over our platform conforms to the proper community guidelines. Especially in the South Asian region where we operate, the content delivery mostly happens in local languages and transliteration is a common practice. So, given this scenario, identifying these duplicate contents and making sure that the content conforms to the community guidelines is a challenge. New NLP models are used to identify these issues. With the use of these new models, we have been able to provide a quality content to the consumers, thereby increasing the consumer satisfaction and the consumer confidence toward our platforms. To be successful as a platform providing a good service to developers and content providers is equally important as providing a quality service to the consumers. Monitoring and guiding the developer community to improve their services will ultimately help us to provide a better service to the consumers. We can use the insights uncovered from the previous mentioned mechanisms to help developers to improve their applications. Insights like which subscriber demographics the application is driving and from which areas the majority of the subscribers are coming from can be helpful for the developers. They can use that data to improve their marketing campaigns. They can also evaluate the successfulness of different marketing channels against the subscription rates of the applications. Therefore, they can use results driven marketing strategies. They can see which marketing channels are more successful and which are not, and based on that they can finance those things. Locality and demographics of the subscriber base can also use to improve the content delivery strategies and the effectiveness of the content delivered. Identifying what is the most efficient content delivery language can also play a big role here. Similar to helping individual developers, analytical insights can be used to plan the marketing strategy around the whole platform. Developer demographics such as what is the percentage of developers based on gender, based on programming language and technology stack, and their education backgrounds, their location can be used as a guideline when we plan the developer outreach programs as well as mentoring programs. We can share what are the future trends of the platform, what are the trending application categories, what are the declining application categories with them. We can help them to identify the weaknesses in their applications as well as their marketing campaigns. This can be done by comparing the successful applications against the not so successful applications as well. So, this information will be really helpful for everybody. Insights from this platform this way can improve the entire ecosystem. So, when we start our CPaaS journey around 10 years back, it was a totally new experience. Community embraced the concept and we have seen a huge growth in our platform throughout its lifespan. Still, it is going at a considerable rate. Even with the current COVID-19 pandemic situation, we have seen a considerable growth in the platform. But as with any product, now it is reaching the maturity stage. If we are to continue the momentum of this platform growth, we need to have something extra other than the innovation from the ecosystem. We think that the treasure trove of data and insight uncovered from our analytic module will provide that extra kick required for the next growth cycle of our CPaaS platforms. So, this data is helping us to shape the future of the strategy around our platforms. We highly believe that analytics can help the long tail to shape its future strategies. Thank you.